All right, what up, though? Okay, we had to do an audio check. What's up, man? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Detroit Lions Weekly for Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. First of all, let me start off the stream by saying condolences to Indianapolis Colts Nation. They lost Jim Irsay yesterday, passed away at 65 years old, man. My mom is older than him. It gets kind of scary later on when you think about it, man, the people that you outlive and the people that, that die before you. And, you know, it's tough, bro, but condolences to them and Coach Syndicate, those guys. Shout out to SB Lions, Fresh and Fly. I like that question. We'll get into that. Shout out to SB Lions. Already said that. Lauren Vander Esch. What's up, my man? We got U of M Dad. What up? What up? Daniel Berry, Bruce Morton, Lane, Rich. What's up, Michael? Fave says it's time. What's up, Steven? What's up, man? Hey, so check it out. First of all, Steve, I've been taking your advice, man. I've been eating, got a lot of almonds, went and got some fruit yesterday. So, yeah, I try not to eat between, I fast for 8 hours as well. Well, kind of. It's kind of yes and no. I'm breaking it in, but I appreciate everybody. Yeah, so the stream starts at 4 if we're going to have it. But let's get the elephant out of the room, man. Your boy hit 30K last night. 30,000 subscribers, man. Man, it felt like hitting 100K, to be real with you. And you start putting that in perspective, right? So Ford Field can hold about 65,000 people. I could fill up half of that, which is insane. That's kind of crazy. And to know that it's all independent, like this channel is really, when I say it's made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you, I mean what I say. I am independent. I do not have a person. I don't have anybody backing me but y'all. That's it. Right? It's kind of crazy to think about. I know there are other creators out there, and some of them are clickbaiters and just despicable to me. They are despicable, bro. I'm sorry. They're probably super nice guys, but they are content-wise, they're despicable. And then you got another guy. He's got almost 3 times as much as I do, but he's not independent. He is not independent at all. He is under the network umbrella. I am independent. So that makes me feel tremendous. And we're only just getting started. We've got the other syndicates as well. Denver Broncos Syndicate, he's about to hit 6K. Coach Syndicate, he hit like 2,300. So we're coming, man. We are definitely coming. And to know that I'm like the #1 independent Lions creator, like on YouTube, which is the second largest search engine in the world, is outstanding to me. So appreciate you guys. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Thank you, Schiff. Thank you, Spence. Appreciate you, man. Love the avatar. When the season starts, you're going to gain another 20,000. Hey, you know what, Steve? The craziest thing is if the Lions won the Super Bowl, all our channels would just shoot up, bro. They would all shoot up. Like, I'm talking about stratosphere. So hopefully the Lions can get that done. But so we've got a lot to talk about today, man. Aiden Hutchinson said that he's good to go. DJ Reader is in a group chat with Trey Hendrickson. And I saw today, I know it might be nonsense, y'all. And first of all, let me give y'all a round of applause. I got to give y'all a round of applause. I got to get the applause soundboard effect back, because you guys rock. Like, y'all are diehard fans of the team. Like, you are there, man. This is the worst time of year. We do have OTAs happening next weekend, I believe it is. So not tomorrow. It's not tomorrow, is it? Is OTAs tomorrow, or is it next week? Because if OTAs tomorrow, that's going to be crazy. No, it's next week, right? Is next. I think it's next week. So like, you guys are rocking, man. You guys are rocking even when there's not a ton of stuff to talk about. But Hutch is back. Ben Johnson having some growing pains over in Chicago there. So he got quarterbacks writing books. What's up? Rock Howard says, guess who's back again? What up, my man? I'm glad I made it to your live. Yes, man. We'll be trying to be live every Thursday at 4 o'clock. So let me just kind of cue y'all what's going on. You guys know I have multiple YouTube channels, right? We got Syndicate Sports Detroit. That's kind of been laying dormant since February. I'm going to try to bring that back this when the preseason starts. I'm gonna try and bring that back. We've got Lions Syndicate Film Room. What I decided to do is countdown to camp. We're still going to do that. That's when I watch the videos. I watch the highlights to all the games leading up to the start of training camp. That's going to go on Lions Syndicate Film Room because I think it'll fit better over there. We also have a channel that I'm trying to launch by the first preseason game, which is going to be a vlog channel of all my experiences at the game. So it doesn't fit on, if you guys are wondering, like, you got all these different channels, it's because the audience will tell you, I didn't just get to 30K. There is a strategy involved, right? So you guys have shown me that you don't really care about that type of content on this channel. So we're going to take it to a new channel. That's all you got to do. Shout out to It's Too Easy. I hope to even be 10% of what on their level, man. But that's an experience that I can bring to you. Also, if you are going to any games, like as we make a push toward making this a legit business in the next 5 years, we are going to start doing a lot of things. This year, I plan to go to a lot of road games, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect with the super fans and see if they're going to have a spot. And at that spot, like the night before the game, I'm going to try to do a live stream from all of those spots. So the goal is to be on location. So, and then we probably will do local watch parties in Detroit because the tickets are just too high this year. I'll be a season ticket holder next year. This year, I just can't do it, man. So anyway, let's get this thing started. Hutch being cleared is great, but it won't mean much until they bring Zadarius back. Tired of hearing trust in Davenport. That's just nonsense, Shift. That's just nonsense, man. Isaac Tesla, the correct pronunciation is Tesla. He was on the St. Brown Brothers podcast yesterday. Very entertaining, 22 minutes. I suggest you guys check it out. It'll open up a lot of things about Isaac. I like the kid, man. I like the kid. I think he's going to be solid for us, or even above solid. I just want that guy opposite Hutch, man. What's up, MPP? What's going on? Speaking of Michigan Panther pride, man, listen. Next week is the last game of the season, and it's the last home game for the Michigan Panthers. They are in the playoffs. That will not be at Ford Field, but let's support these guys. We got kind of a ticket situation going on, man. I am going to let you guys know what's going on with that, but we want people to show out at this. We want them to show out at the last game of the season, man. So, yeah, make sure you support the Michigan Panthers. The league got to stay around. I even saw a tweet right before I went live that how the UFL, I think that this is real talk, is more valuable than college. Like, you go from the college game, because I honestly believe that the UFL is closer to, it's like in between a preseason game and a real NFL game. It's a lot of players that either didn't get drafted or were in the NFL, like Stephen Gilmore. He balling over there. He balling. I didn't even know he was in the UFL, bro. It's a lot of former Detroit Lions in the UFL, man. So we got to get next. I do plan to be a season ticket holder, man. It's great. It gives you something to do. Like, check it out. Right after free agency, the season starts, like at the end of that. So you'll have your April, your May, half of your June done, and then we'll be at pretty much at training camp. So I'm excited about that. I will be a little more confident in the D-line if we bring back Big Z to the D-line. You know, I'm wondering what's happening with those guys. With Zadarius Smith. So somebody put in the comment section, I didn't find this, where if you're cut, you can't be signed if you're cut from a team or some junk, you can't be signed till after June 1st. I don't buy that, but I couldn't, man, hey, MPP, bro. So I've been late to all of these games. I've been late to these games, bro. And I'm like, yo, I got to get there. I got to get me a Jake Bates bobblehead, bro. And I'm assuming it's going to be in the Lions uniform, but even if it's the Panthers, bro, I got to get there. So I think I will be tailgating with y'all. That's what I think I'm going to do. I can't get up, bro. That's the problem. So I think what time is the game? What time is the game? But I got to get me a bobblehead, bro. Oh, it's a Panthers uni. That works too. Hey, shout out to Bates. It's about time. I can do that, dude. I can, yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm down there. What's up, Dark Saber? Yeah, man, 30,000 subscribers, bro. Like, put that in perspective. Check this out. That's more people than appear to a Panthers game. Like, that's as many people as was at the Battlehawks game. You know, that's half of Ford Field, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. We got Anna D in the building. Says, "Go Lions." I appreciate the super chat as well. $4.99. Thank you so much. We plan on being at the spot around 11. I can do that. What's up, Bobby? What's going on, man? So just so you know, we are having a giveaway that will be coming sometime soon. We're finally going to try to give away this villain lion. It looks like the one behind me, right? It's got, oh, check this out. Non-sponsor. I have been on a search to find this. Dr. Pepper, zero sugar. And I had to get it from Meyer in can form. But it's pretty good. It tastes like Dr. Pepper with blackberry. Like it just bloop, like they just dropped some. But it's good though. It's good. I do like it. So the lion looks like this. I will mail it to you, whoever the winner is. It will be free of charge. There's no shipping costs or anything like that. You've got the Calvin Johnson bobblehead right here. That one will be given away as the second prize, and then we'll have a mini helmet as the third prize. So I'm excited about that. Shane Park only holds 5,000 people. Studios, what we talking about, bro? Okay, so Spencer says, I think Z is waiting for OTAs to resign. You know what? Let's talk about that. What do you think is happening with Zadarius Smith? Because it's a lot of guys that's still out there. You got Big Z. You've got, what's his name? Von Miller. You also have Matthew Judon. Matthew Judon is still out there as well. So you think these guys are waiting till camp to OTAs? I don't know what's going on, man, but I'm getting every day that passes. I wonder if we're going to get him. Your 30,000 members could. Wow. That's crazy. Hey, speaking of small venues. So my wife had a ticket to Cisco and them last Wednesday, not yesterday, but a week, 8 days ago. She couldn't go because she hurt her ankle. But I heard Drew Hill was there, man. It was crazy. They only hold about 2,400 people. Can you believe that, man? Like Drew Hill is bringing in 2,400, bro. That's crazy. And I got 30,000 subscribers, man. That's crazy. It's hard to say, but there has to be other teams interested. What's up, Derek? Don't worry, we still falling into the Davenport well. Steven says, Derek, so how are you feeling about us? I'm feeling really good about the chance of Lions going all the way. Players, coaching staff seems to be great. Okay, so I saw a graphic. I think it was CBS Sports. Somebody said, like, the Lions will just miss the playoffs. For me, Steve, it's tough. It's tough because I'm a guy that, like, I base a lot off numbers and statistics until I can see the team. And it's tough for me to kind of give you that idea without seeing the team. You know what I mean? Like, based off the moves that we made, I'm not confident in the D-line. I'm not. Offense, are we going to regress? The first month of the season is probably going to be trash anyway, right? A lot of mistakes, a lot of sloppy play. But you wonder, like, how are we going to regress? And if so, how far? We got a brutal schedule. So I don't know, bro. I got us, what did I say? 13. I think 10-7 is the floor, and like 13-4 is the ceiling. That's what I think. But as long as we make it to the Super Bowl, man, like, that's all I care about. But I am eager to see what's happening with that. Lori, hey, welcome back. Okay, Fresh and Fly says, he asked this question earlier, says, should expectations for Shep and John Morton be higher than Ben Johnson and AG in their rookie year of coaching? Ooh, being that they inherited a better team than both former OC and DC, should our defense be ranked high? That's a lot to unpack, Fresh, but I like that question. Yeah, so it was Drew Hill as a whole group. Let me pin that so I won't forget. I'll come back to that real quick. People will find out the hard way with Davenport. It's absolutely no way anyone thinks he's going to play 17 games. Well, I got in a heated debate with Booner last Wednesday, the same day. So about a week ago. And he kind of accused me of pushing false hope with Trey Hendrickson. I was like, I don't do that. Like, you know, he was like, well, it was real heated, but we worked it out in the end. It's all love. But he was saying how, like, show me how we can afford Trey. And I'm like, that ain't my job. That's not my job to show you how. That's Brad Holmes. I'm just telling you, like, if you want to be real about it, Brad Holmes can do whatever he wants. The Saints were $100 million over the salary cap. So technically, he could do whatever he wants. He really could. And if you start looking at these contracts that Brad signs or, gives before players, it's a lot of voided years. The Kirby Joseph one is insane. His voided years are like pushed to the next decade. That's how bad, like, Brad will do things. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, so to tell me that you couldn't sign Trey Hendrickson in any capacity is ridiculous. It is. But, we worked it out in the end. It got a little heated, bro. It got a little heated there, somewhere in there. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose more than 4 games. Well, a lot of you guys were talking about if Davenport meets a certain criteria, a shirt that I could get. And I like that idea. I do like that idea. Somebody said Davenport's #1 fan. And I kind of like that. When I got some ideas, what I would do is like if Marcus Davenport met the criteria, then I would wear the shirt for like the next month or something. Like every single video would say Davenport's #1 fan, something like that. Yeah, well, it wasn't an argument. It was more like a heated discussion. I basically, I retweeted a tweet, and it was like, I said, if the Lions traded for Trey Hendrickson, we would win a Super Bowl. That was just my thoughts. And then he came back in the comment section, and he was like, you're pushing a false narrative and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what are you talking about? So we got into it was heated back and forth, bro, like real talk. But at the end, we all worked it out, man. I ain't paying Hendrickson no more than $25 million. Okay, so do y'all believe that Hendrickson turned down $28 million? I do believe that. So I talked about this in a video before as to why I think the Lions could pull it off. I think, trust me, Hendrickson is going to go to a team. He's going to go to a team, and that team, when you hear what that team did, you're going to be like, dang, right? It's going to be, the capital is going to be lower than what we thought. The money's going to be lower than what we thought. I think he wants to get out of there. I know what he said, but this team is dogging him. You got even his quarterback like, yo, pay the man, right? So, and for me, I mean, so I think Brad could pull it off if he wanted to. Davenport under or over 9 games? I don't know, man. How many games would you think is fair to put on Davenport? I don't want to let him off easy. Check this out. I took the average of games that Davenport has played his career, and I think it averages out to 12. So he would have to play 12 games, and I think his average sacks amounts to like 7. So he would have to play 12 games and get 7 sacks for me to wear the shirt. What's up, Sergey? Shift God, I like the new logo, man. I like that. It's a solid D-line on paper, but off is still kind of meh. I mean, you know what, bro? I'll give you that. Solid was being gracious, in my opinion, because when you go with depth, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that we're overestimating the D-line. Like, okay, you know what? Let's do this. I want to get y'all opinion, all right? So I am going to make a video. This is kind of off the cuff. So we're in Detroit Lions Weekly right now, live on Thursdays at 4:00, pending unforeseen circumstances. And I got a question for the chat and the comment section below. Do you think that we might be blowing out of proportion the expectations of Ahmed Hassan? I believe so. I think that the Detroit Lions love a good story. We love a good person. We love a good player, but we don't demand greatness. Now, that's not to say that he can't be those things. People have brought to my attention that Matthew Judon was a 6th-round pick, and there's been other great defensive end 6th-round picks. But are we putting too much on the young man? I think that fans are enamored with this guy, his story. You come out the gate, you say you would die for Dan Campbell. That's all you need to hear. As a Detroit Lions fan, that's all you needed to hear. I would die for that's what we want to hear, right? But I think we might be overdoing it a little bit. We might be giving a guy he has not played a snap in the NFL. How can we get, if you're not, okay, if you're a 1st-round pick, there are certain demands that you expect. You expected Aiden Hutchinson to ball out. You expected Trayvon Walker to be better than Hutch. We didn't, because we knew Hutch should have went 1st overall. You expect those type of things. You expect Joe Burrow to be the quarterback that he is. You expect Trevor Lawrence to be playing a little better, but a 6th-round pick that Lions fans are just over the moon about. Do you think that it is warranted? Studio says we fall in love with the players and not the production. Hopefully he shuts us up. Says, okay, it's hard to make a 6-rounder a star, good attitude or not. And you know what? Yes, that's the case. To me, okay, his rookie year, his ceiling is Malcolm Rodriguez. I mean, you can say James Houston if you wanted to, but how did that pan out for James Houston? James Houston, that was a fluke. Malcolm Rodriguez is now a depth player. But what I'm seeing is that we are just assuming that when you say that because we drafted this guy who has a motor out of this world, who has a spirit, he is everything the Detroit Lions want in a player, but he has yet to play a game in the NFL. And when you say like he's going to change the team, he very well could. I'm not sure that'll be his rookie season. It could come 2 or 3 years down the line. It could come his second contract. It's possible. But to say like we are just, I mean, this guy, he's just the second coming of Hutch. It's kind of insane to me. Well, that goes for all rookies that entered the NFL. Okay, Speed Kings, I don't know, man. I disagree. Honestly, I don't know who has more pressures on the season, Ahmad or Hutch. Okay, I'm going to say that it's going to be Aiden Hutchinson. Okay, let's put this in perspective. Okay, and I'm trying to have an open mind, but let's put this in perspective. College, Hutch dominated in college. Okay, dominated in college. He was the second overall pick, should have been the first. He dominated in the NFL. He was going to be not only he should have been defensive rookie of the year. He got shafted. He would have been defensive player of the year this year. He would have led the league in sacks this year. In year 3, a second round pick who should have gone first. Second overall pick who should have gone first. You got a 6th round pick. Never played in the NFL before, has no idea what NFL linemen are like, but he's about to find out. Even the Kelvin Shepard was like, yo, he's got to learn some things. Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, same thing. We're expecting this guy to come out. He needs to be in the game. So first of all, he's got to pass Muhammad. He's got to pass Josh Pascal. Like he has to work his way up the depth chart or be put in the game. Remember now, I'm not saying he's going to be James Houston. James Houston didn't even make the team. He didn't even make the team his rookie season. He was cut. He was put on the practice squad, brought up to the 53-man roster. I don't think that happens with Ahmed. I think he's going to be better than James Houston. But to put all of this, not only faith, but pressure on a 6th-round pick rookie, is tough for me. Brad Holmes didn't even do that. He's like, yo, this guy's a rookie. He's a rookie. He didn't say he was a 6th-round pick, but he's a rookie. But seeing other Lions fans and creators, I think like, yo, you would think that this guy was the twin of Aiden Hutchinson, like the clone of Hutch. And I'm like, let's get a guy a little bit of time to get in the NFL. Let's see what he can do up against offensive linemen, right? So I just feel that we're kind of jumping the shark, as you would say. Aaron Donald was only 6'1", 275 pounds, but he had the dog in him. That's what made him great. Ahmed got that energy. That's true. That's. I mean, we talking about Hall of Fame, Steve, but I hear you though. I hear you what you're saying, and yes, that is in the future. That can be in the future for Ahmed for sure. I just think that it's too early. Like we knew what Hutch could do. We felt that he would most likely dominate, and he really has. Every year he's gotten better and better and better. And we'll talk about Hutch in a little bit. But I just think that we're putting too much pressure on him. That's just my opinion. All the pressure is on Hutch because he has to do it all again and get our sacks on the team. Hutch is more motivated than ever to make his comeback. It's time to take the time to trust him. What did you say? But if anybody can do it, it's him. Oh, yeah, for sure. Fans hyping him up to be this all-pro. I love his story. Kind of reminds me of Ziggy Ansah. You know what? That's a good comparison. But Ziggy went much, much higher, right? Ziggy was a first-round pick. He was like, we took him in the first round. What was it, 2014, somewhere around there? So but he didn't play. He played soccer, just started playing. Like he hadn't played football for that long, and that's the same thing with Ahmed. But I'm like, okay, I like the guy. He loves the team. He loves to play football. I want what's best for him, but I think that we might be jumping the shark just a little bit. Let's at least see what he does on the field. And I think training camp's going to say a lot. I think preseason is going to say even more. And when we see him in the game, I mean, I would love to be like his first play, he gets a sack. Like that would be outstanding. But even so, I think that we might be putting a little bit too much faith and pressure on the kid at the same time. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Okay, C Pool with the dono says Hassan has only faced 4 O-linemen who have been drafted in his career at Boise State. During the bowl game, he was manhandled by a backup Rucci. Well, appreciate the donation, man. And so that's all I'm saying. I'm saying he has to show out on the field. There was a reason he was a 6th-round pick. And he has to, I think it's easier for a late round pick to overperform than it is for a 1st-round pick to live up to expectations. Does that make sense? So that's what I think. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you. I just wanted to say that we hit 30,000 subscribers, keeping me, and I remain the #1 independent Detroit Lions content creator on YouTube. That's very humbling, very impressive, if I say so myself. Just one man, no media backing, no extra support. Like literally, you guys are the reason I'm where I am. So I want to say thank you for that. Consider subscribing as well to the YouTube channel as we get ready for OTAs coming very soon, man. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do, and I hit 30K. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me, and it shows in the numbers. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other, and as always, go Lions. All right. Appreciate that. Let me see. Master Chief, what up, though? What's up, man? Lions are really relying on Hutch to do it all against this year. They're going to be in trouble if they don't figure out how to get a pass rush, and 31 other teams know it. Okay, so check this out. What's up, Marcus? What's good with you? Okay. So I wanted to have a conversation. Let's kind of pivot real quick. Let's talk fiction. And I only want to talk fiction because I feel like that there is some sprinkle of reality in this. We briefly discussed Trey Hendrickson today, earlier in the show. I think that he is going to be traded. The Cincinnati Bengals have shown his worth. He's prepared to sit out all season. He's shaping up to be Hassan Reddick 2.0. So reportedly, the Cincinnati Bengals have offered him $28 million a year. I don't know how long, but $28 million a year. His market value is 2 years, $62 million. I think he's going to be traded. So the question that I have is, I saw on NFL Rumors that, and I don't know how much I can trust them. ML Football, I can trust them. And I was like, where did this come from? That we've heard like different teams that could be interested. I did not see that the Lions were interested in I mean, everybody's interested, but you know, it always comes out that the Lions are interested or the Lions did this. So reportedly, the Lions tried to trade up for a pass rusher in the draft. And Brad is real tight. He's real tight with draft capital. He is extremely tight with it. Right? So the Bears were also on that list. So my question to you guys is, what do you think is going to happen with Trey? Do you think he's going to A, stay, or do you think he's going to be traded? And if so, where could you see him going? I don't think he goes to Philly anymore based on their draft. I don't know. I feel like he's going to be out of the AFC. I think the Bengals are going to send him out of the AFC. But let me know. Dirty Money in the building. What up, though? Dang, bro. It's already that time. Bro, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. Wait a minute. I'll be sending out another helmet. Let me see. What are you on the list? Did I update it? Oh, wow. You're at 11 months now. I got to update that. What's up, man? Appreciate you. Says he needs help, but dang it. Does it feel good to have Hutch back? We missed you, big fella. Also, 11 months. Let's go. What up, though? Yeah, man. Hey, I agree with you on all that. And I'll probably make a Hutch video later because we don't have enough time right now. But Hutch, I haven't watched this press conference. Has anybody watched Aiden? Did you watch the press conference today? I think he won't go to the Jets. If Trey go to the Packers, finally wakes up Brad, bro, I would die. If Trey Hendrickson winds up a Packer, dog, I would be like, bruh, that would be something. What's up, Hunt? Hun says 12-4, 12-5, 13-4. If they resign Zadarius Smith and Terrion Arnold plus Ennis Rakestraw, live up to the hype. I would crash out. Trey is going to the Jets, says Sergey. I don't know, because they would have to trade him in conference. I don't know. I feel like the Bengals are going to want to get him out of the conference. I think that's what they're going to want to do. But he could. He's going to go to where the best deal, Yeah, but it cracked me up a bit. They said, what's your next step in recovery? And he said, no, I'm clear. Yeah, man. Yeah. So it says, I watched the conference. Hutch looked good, but looks like he has some mental hurdles to overcome. Really? Okay. Derek, who do you think will be the Lions breakout player of the year? Okay. Define breakout. Like, we'll have the best season they've had. That's a good question, Steve. Breakout player of the year? I'm going to pick. Jamison Williams had his last year. You know what? I think I got a guy. He just got to get on the field, and he will be. I think I got a guy. Master Chief says J-Mo. I don't know, bro. J-Mo, I consider last year a breakout season. Tyrone says Broderick Martin. Oh, wow. Dirty says, I think it's going to be Terrion honestly. I was going to say honestly. Bro, that's a bar. Hey, listen. I am actually decided. I've decided. Y'all going to be the second to know. I'm going to answer your question, Steve. I've actually decided that I am actually going to launch merchandise July 1st. We'll circle back to that. I'll tell you why in a second. Okay, Steve. I'm going to pick breakout. I'm going to pick Tesla. I'm going to pick him, bro. I think he's going to have a solid rookie season because I'm looking at it. I'm like, who else could I pick? The offense is steamrolling. The defense, I mean, you could go with Terrion Ennis. I'm going to pick the rookie, bro. I think he's going to have a really good year. Your favorite guy, Broderick Martin. Look. He not making the team. Hey, Broderick, he this close to not making the team, bro. I would not be surprised if Broderick Martin does not make the team. That will be the biggest L on Brad Holmes. Hey, yo. Okay, let's circle back. All right. So I've decided I'm going to go with I'm going to start selling merch on July 1st. And I'm going to tell you why. No, Broderick Martin about to go crazy this season. I think Marcus says, I think Mekhi Wingo. Don't be surprised if the Bengals do him dirty and send him to the Panthers or the Falcons. Aaron, check this out, bro. What's crazy? They don't have to do nothing. He under contract for a year. And if he sit out, he's still under contract. So they technically don't have to do anything. If he couldn't develop under Tyrell Williams, I'm sure he won't under Casey Rogers. Broderick the Gold Martin. Okay, so I decided to go with merchandise, and you guys know that the latest update was cost. And I wanted to be able to send it to you personally. So in order to do that, I would have to buy bulk, and then I have to buy a certain amount of each size and all that other stuff. So I have to get the capital up front. And as I was debating on that, and I was like, yo, I want to keep the cost as low as possible. And the built-in shops that YouTube has, a long time, like 5 years ago, this wasn't a thing, but they've got different shops that you can use. And in order to keep the cost as low as possible, this would be best for me right now. Not to say that we'll upcharge later, but the fact that you're willing to even wear stuff that I create and represents this brand, that is all that I need, really. And of course, you want to turn a profit from whatever, but to keep costs low, I'm going to wind up using one of these YouTube shops. So with that being said, that will make you, any design can be instantly accessible. They handle returns. I also can have like multiple designs. You know what I'm saying? So I could have like 10 different designs, and I already got a couple that I'm working on. So you've got the traditional, you've got, what was it? The Lions Syndicate, all grid inspired. Check this out. Check this out. I'm actually working on a design. I'm going to show y'all something. Bro. Let me see if I can find it. See, this is why you shouldn't miss a live stream. This is why you shouldn't miss a live stream, because you be getting like early access to stuff. Oh, and members, I'm gonna have a video for y'all that y'all gonna get first a little bit. Somebody sent me a computer. I told them I was gonna open it at 30K, and I hit 30K. So, all right, let me find this real quick. And I want to get your, and also members, I'm gonna get like your opinion on merchandise as well. Okay. So I have to find this picture first. All right. Okay. So I am going to, let me blow this up real quick. Okay. So it would be this way. All right. Now I like one of these a whole lot. Well, I like both of them. All right. Cue Ball in the building. What up, though? Appreciate 9 months as a director member. Says congrats on 30K, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bro. I do, man. Thank you for everything. The membership, the support, the song, the whole nine, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. It looked clean, don't it? God Monkey says autograph. Autograph. Have you seen the fake Adam Schefter? Yes and no. What did he put out? Okay, so did anybody see the shirt that Aiden Hutchinson was wearing when they did the schedule release, right? It said gritty on it. And I was like, I like that. So here's one of the designs. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate you, man. So I'm going to ask for your opinion on two different kind of letter designs. All right. So I want to put out a shirt, and one of the shirts, it will be gritty, right? So hopefully nobody steals that, because there's a lot of thieves on YouTube, bro. A lot of liars, a lot of cheaters, a lot of conniving thieves, a lot of those people on the internet. So here is one lettering. This right here. I like this one. I do. But the only thing that worries me is if somebody doesn't know, like that could be mistaken for a C. That's one. And then here is another. There's other different fonts as well. I like this one, but the problem is I can't get it bigger. I need to get this bigger, so it needs to be as big as this. And if this font was this big, then but I like this. I do like this one. Which one do you guys think is better? You like this one? There are other fonts as well. I'm not done looking, but you've got option 1, and then you have option 2. Which one do you think is better? You're at the eye doctor all of a sudden. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, man. The second one. That's the one I like too, man. I do like that one because it looks a lot like his. The problem is I gotta get the letters to stretch out. They're too small. I need them to stretch out. And that's the one. Aaron says 1. I like the first one, but fix the G. Yeah, that's the thing. That's how the G looks in that particular font. But I'll look, I'll make sure. The first one is dope, but fix the G. C Pool with another donation, man. I appreciate you. Says the linebacker room scares me more than the D line. Barnes was a liability in coverage before the injury. Congrats on getting the 30K with integrity, man. C Pool, I appreciate you, bro. I really do, man. It's gonna get me emotional, bro. It's a lot. Y'all wouldn't believe the nasty. Okay, Bunny King says second by a hair. Okay, there are other fonts as well, and I'm gonna put them out for vote, and I'm actually gonna put them on a shirt, where you can see it on the shirt as well. I think the first one looks better on a shirt, but the second one is closer to the font that I would really like. Man, we got to have the mature version to, let's see, all grit, nope. I got some other ideas too. Yeah, you know what, SB, that's what I was saying, bro. It looks like, but I'm going to play with some other fonts, and, you know, we're not launching for another 5 weeks. I'm trying to get the store ready, but that in an attempt to make things affordable, keep costs down, but I also have to get samples before I start selling it, because I want to make sure, like, this shirt here is quality. I like this shirt a lot, but this company is quite expensive. They're quite expensive to use. What's up, Shay? Shay says second. I like the first one, a bloody kneecap. You know what? You know what, Q? See, okay, check this out. Okay, so let's go back real quick. This one looks like the one Hutch had on. It's just tighter. This one here, though. This one, if this was fixed, like, and I could put like something underneath that say like biting kneecaps or something. You know what I mean? Because then the drip would make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I think they both got potential. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm excited. I got so many design ideas in my head. I have so many designs in my head, man. Dark Saber, it does look like. Oh, so the gritty looks like a 6? No, listen, that's okay, look. This is not a C. That's not a C. That's a G. You can tell by this. And that's exactly what I thought about when I saw the font. This is not a G. A C. This is a G. And yes, this one does look like a 6. But it really does look close to the one Hutch had on. I'm telling you. It does. But it does look. That is not a 6, by the way. But so you know what? Now that y'all mention it, we got to throw this one out. We have to throw this one out. We got to throw it out because that does look like a 6. And this one looks like a C. Yeah, we got to figure that out. Q-Ball says the G can be fixed in Photoshop. Well, okay. You know what, Q? I'm going to look at a different font. I could use a different font. So don't worry, man. Before I launch any of this stuff, it'll be voted on. So we'll go from there. Let me see. They got potential. Yeah, we'll vote on it. But anyway, so Trey Hendrickson, where do you think he's going to go? Do you think he's going to stay on the Bengals? I think he's going to be traded. I think it's going to be to an NFC team. If it's the Commanders, no. If it's the Commanders, we're going to have a problem. I'm just saying. I am just saying. So what'll happen? This is what we'll do. When I come up with a design, I'll put it out to members. You guys will have like 24 hours to vote, and then I'll release it to the general public. I'll do like all members, and then I'll release it to the general public, and then I will make a decision from there. But yeah, I agree with both. The first one looks like a 6, but yeah. Photos, you know what, man? I should play around with some stuff and see. But which font do y'all like better, though? 1 or 2? Even if we fix the G, which font do you like better? Says I should call. He's going to the Commanders, but I welcome the comp. We hungry. I don't know, bro. I mean, I love competition as well, but we need a pass rusher. We just do. You know what, Retro? That would be crazy. Steve, you are a fool, bro. You are a fool. What they up to now? What they doing now, man? We can't let Trey Hendrickson go to the Commanders. Well, Brad don't care. Brad don't care. Yeah, so like I said, man, I got a lot of ideas running through my head. You should challenge Brad to a boxing match. Winner takes GM. No, he can have it. He can have that, man. I don't even want that. Look, I feel like I'm getting bags under my eyes like he is. So no, I'm straight on that. Them guys, they look like they aged about 5 years, man. 5 to 10. They look like they aged 10 years. They have aged 5 years. They look like 10 to 15 years old. Dan Campbell, especially, he looked way older than he did when he first got here. What's up, Loha? What's good with you? What's up, Nate? What up, though? Nate, we need a cartoon Derek shirt, bro. Hey, so yes, I'm looking into some AI stuff. I did look on Twitter and try to hire an artist, but I'm like, I want to hire an artist, but then I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking for that as well. Been a long time watcher of your streams. Thank you, man. My question is, if Davenport get hurt, what is he going to say? There's none. Oh, Brad? There's nothing he can say. I tell you what, Lions missed the playoffs. Like a couple outlets have us doing. It's going to be a problem. How would y'all feel if the Lions make a playoff? Okay, Steven says, Derek, can you explain why? Why is nobody going after Trey or the Bengals signing him back? Y'all say it's great, but nobody wants him. Okay, Steven, that, bro, I think that's cap. That is cap. That is not the case. Okay, so to answer your question. Oh, hold on. Let me come back to that. Okay, should the Lions, Fresh and Fly asked a long time ago, I got distracted. Should the expectations for Shep and Johnny Morton be higher than Ben and AG in their rookie years of coaching, being that they inherited a good team? Okay, so I'm going to say the expectations, Fresh, is yes. I think they are higher for the Lions than they are for the Jets and the Bears. I think they are because of exactly what you said. You inherited a good team. Also, the Lions kept those hirings in-house. They didn't go outside, which means that these guys were prepping to take over eventually. So I think that gives them the leg up. Where should our defense be ranked high? To me, the Lions defense needs to be top 15, ideally top third of the league. I don't think it's going to be top 10 in overall defense. If we have in top 10 overall defense, we're winning the Super Bowl with a pass rusher that can at least get to the quarterback. So I hope that answers your question, Fresh. Thank you for the message. Okay, Steve. Steve says, Derek, can you explain why? Why is nobody going after Trey or Bengals signing him back? Y'all say he's great, but nobody wants him. Okay. I think that's a bit hyperbolic. Bengals, they don't value him. That's my opinion. But they don't value anybody. Okay. Let's look at Andrew Whitworth, the retired offensive lineman for the LA Rams. He had something to say about the Bengals, and it was specifically about what they're doing to Trey. Then he leaves them, goes to the Rams. If you look at the way the Bengals run business, I don't really remember this with Chad Johnson and Hushmanzada and Carson Palmer and all that, but the recent iteration of the Bengals, they seem to be very, very cheap, and they don't seem to care about their players. That's one thing I can say about Brad Holmes. If he drafted you and you ball out, you're going to get compensated. So let's go to how they did. They paid Joe Burrow, not a problem. They paid him. With T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, they didn't. And you're talking about the best receiver in the game, right? Did not pay him. It was so bad, he took out a $50 million insurance policy because they didn't pay him. They franchise tagged T. Higgins 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. They told Trey Hendrickson, if he balls out, we'll pay you. They haven't. They've offered him $28 million. He think he's worth more than that. As far as why has nobody traded for him, because I think the asking price is too high. The Bengals have all the control. They can outprice him where it's like, you want him? 3 first-round picks. Somebody's going to say, I'm not giving you 3 first-round picks for a 30-year-old elite defensive end. I mean, you might have got 3 first rounds for Myles Garrett, who's 3 years younger. You're not going to get that for Trey. You didn't even get 3 from Matthew Stafford, and he won you a Super Bowl, right? So I think the holdup is the compensation. That's what I think. And if a team feels that there's a Trey Hendrickson away, they will trade for him. I think we're Trey Hendrickson away. I think we're that team. Would I do 3 first-round picks? No. Would I do 2? No. Would I do 1? Absolutely. I would give them next year's first for Trey Hendrickson. Cy Gray in the building. What's up? Or my Cy Gray. My guy, Cy Gray. What's up, man? Added the my guy to the name. What's up, Tail? What's good with you, man? Appreciate the membership, my brother. Not a fan of TA, but DJ4 is a dog. So what do y'all think of? There's a couple cornerbacks that are still free agents. Oh, so check. We're not going to do this, but so Asante Samuel Jr. is still a free agent. We're not going to do that. But I think what's more appealing is Jalen Ramsey. He's not. The Dolphins are done with him. He's not even going to report to camp. So it's just finding a suitor. And okay, so Steve, to kind of piggyback. So Jalen Ramsey, his contract is holding up things. If that was different, he would have been traded already, right? So I think that the reason nobody's traded for him is because it's kind of like this game of chicken. Who's going to budge first? Is it going to be a team going to give the Bengals what they want, or are the Bengals going to lower their what they're asking for? God Monkey says, I give 3 for Max. Well, Max is a done deal. You know this though already. I don't know, man. I don't think I would give 3 for anybody. I don't think I would give 3. What was the last player that went for 3 first-round picks consecutive? Y'all know? I think Terrion is going to take that leap, plus he needs to. Yeah, we need him to. What's up, Will? What's good with you, man? I have a friend who worked for the NFL for team. Wait, I have a friend who has worked for NFL teams for almost 15 years. He said, don't be surprised if the Rams trade. Bruh, come on, see? Stop, bro. Stop playing. If the bruh. I know somebody said that in the comment section, and I disregarded it. That would be, bruh. Oh. I couldn't even imagine. I would laugh. Oh, my God. I would laugh so hard. I would laugh so hard, bro. Wow. That would be insane. That would be insane, bruh. Let me see. Sai says Jalen Ramsey would have a second career if he moves to safety. That would be something. Dark Saber says, I would take, okay, what would you give up for Jalen? Plus, I don't know what his contract is. Yeah, I personally would stop at 2, but for Trey, I couldn't even do that, bro. I couldn't do that because he's going to want to be paid. All right. So if I'm the Detroit Lions, I would trade. And this will be the last thing we talk about because I got to get off it. I got to get off at 5. Michigan Panther Pride will be on at 5:05. So make sure you guys check that out. Michigan Panthers are in the playoffs. I think the 4 seeds are already set. So they will be facing off against somebody. But that happens in a few weeks. But they do have a game this weekend. And then next weekend is the last game at Ford Field. I will be there. First 2,000 people will get a bobblehead of Jake Bates, bro. I will be there for sure. If Trey goes to the Packers, highest odds at betting. What if Trey goes? What's up, Steven? Says, what if Trey goes to the Packers, highest odds? Hey, Steve, so we talked about this before you got here. I would laugh. I would laugh, bro. I would laugh because this is what I was saying. And I've been saying this. A lot of y'all don't mind it, but it's a lot of people that don't want to hear this. Okay, look at Brad Holmes has done this. Oh my God. It's like Brad Holmes has done such a good job with the team in 4 short years that the expectations for the Lions are through the roof, right? So we've talked about this before. What are your expectations? What would you consider a failure for 2025? I'm going to tell you. Anything less than getting to a Super Bowl, right? So the Lions are most likely to regress in record. Will they win the division? That would be 2 regressions if they don't. Will they make it past the divisional round? They will. That's all I care about. We got the NFC North thing out the way. Like, real talk, we never have to win again. I would love for us to be like the Kansas City Chiefs where we win 9 in a row. But if we never won another one and won Super Bowls, I would not care about no NFC North title. We'll have the NFC title up there. Like, who cares? Who cares about that? We won it. We got it out the way. Check. That's already a check. So Brad Holmes, he under a lot. Y'all don't see it. Y'all might not want to see it. This is a big year for the Detroit Lions and Brad Holmes. This is a big year for his whole. This is the turning point to me when it comes to his regime. It can either go up or down. It's going to do one or the other after this year. Like, he's been steadily going up, but if he doesn't make, like, if we don't make it, to me, we've got to get to a Super Bowl. We've already been to an NFC Championship game. We already were the first seed. We've won the division twice. There's nothing else left but to get to a Super Bowl. You get there. If we lost, I would be devastated, but you can check out another box. You can check off another box, man. But I understand what he's trying to do. This is my honest opinion. Brad Holmes is looking, he the same way as the fans. He looking at dynasty. And we ain't won nothing. That's just what I feel. He's looking at a dynasty. If we traded for a pass rusher, we would win. I think we would win the Super Bowl. Our offense is crazy. It might take a step back, but we got Isaac. We got Jameer going into year 3. We've got a healthy David Montgomery. We've got Jamison Williams in year 4. Our offense is going to be crazy, right? The only thing that worries me about the offense is Jared Goff becoming a father. Because when these guys have babies, bro, their play sucks. Penei Sewell, he was getting cooked. He was getting cooked, man. He just had another one too, right? Like, that's the only thing that concerns me is them becoming fathers, man. Of course, it's great and all that other stuff, but they seem like they don't play the same when they become new fathers. So hopefully you'll work that out. Oh, what's up, Dark City? Says, I was watching the Bears practice. Liquid Snake is looking shaky. Yeah, man. I'm actually going to get a shirt about him too. What's up, Raw Detroit? Says, yo, Greer, did you know most of our defensive line money is at the DT position of the team? You know what, Raw? Wouldn't be surprised, bro. Brad Holmes, wouldn't be surprised. I wonder how much Broderick. Wow, that's crazy. So Broderick Martin is making less than Tesla. 2 third-round picks that Brad traded for. Smith and Clowney is the best option. Hey, I would take that, bro. I'm desperate. I would take him. I would take Clowney. I would take Miller. I would take Judon. I would take anybody, bro. That's where we're at. We will win a Super Bowl soon, I believe. Kyle, so do I. I've always said by the time I'm 50, that means we have 5 more seasons. I turned 50 in 2029. Dang, bro. That's crazy. I turned 50 in 2029. So that gives us 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, that gives us 4 seasons to win the Super Bowl. Because I said by the time I'm 50. But what we can do, we can count that last season too. We got that. Dark Saber says, I just want one. Hey, you and me both, man. We can still get a pass rusher before training camp starts. Very true, New Jordan. Appreciate the membership. Faith moves mountains. Super Bowl in Levi Stadium is destiny. I see you there in 2026. Man. Bro, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? That would be crazy. Lost our chance to go there. Levi is a great stadium, bro. It's a fantastic stadium, man. But anyway, listen, that's our show. Don't forget, we got merchandise that's going to launch on July 1st. I'm going to check out the membership polls. Check out the check out the membership polls. All my designs, I'm going to put out for vote. Like before, if I have a new design, which I got a lot in my head, I'm going to put out for vote because I want them to be sold. And I want to keep costs low. So after thought and contemplation, the best way to do this right now is to use a third party. And I found one that actually will let you can make like a cameo. Like you can thank I can thank y'all via like a cameo system. It's crazy. So if you make a purchase, I can send you a personalized thank you in video format, right? So that's crazy. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I'm not gonna say which one it is yet, but it should launch on July 1st. That was always the goal, but that'll help me keep costs low. So, it's not about necessarily making a whole bunch of profit. It's about keeping costs low where, y'all can support the channel and be able to save some money as well. Anyway, appreciate you. 30,000 subscribers deep, man. That's half of Ford Field. It's like Little Caesars Arena. How many, hold on. Hey, Siri. How many does Little Caesars Arena hold? 20,000. Little Caesars Arena holds 20,332 people. Wow, that seems smaller than the Palace. Wow, bro. So if every sub if every sub came out, bro, they could fill up that and have standing room. That's crazy, bro. Let's go. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Giveaway coming soon. Make sure you guys keep an eye for that, man. I appreciate y'all. Go Lions.